Hi, my name is Cherokee Drake, and today I'm going to be doing the Pasta Rocket Lab. So here I've got my ingredients. We've got a mason jar with a hole poked in the lid. We've got some active dry yeast and some hydrogen peroxide, and of course my pasta noodle. Okay. So, in the video, they had a much shorter jar than I do, so I'm gonna have to guesstimate a little bit on how much hydrogen peroxide to use. I also could only find it in a spray bottle, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit creative here. Let's see. Maybe I can okay. I'm getting it everywhere. I'm gonna have to dry stuff off. There's gotta be an easier way to do this, right? Oh my god, yeah, I just had to keep twisting a little bit longer and it would have come off. Okay. So, I think that's probably, I think they had a little bit more in the video. That's probably good. Some of the good stuff. Let me dry up my area here before I cause a fire. Okay, so they were real specific in the video that I should not have this on the bottle for safety reasons, so we're going to set this aside. Okay. So, next was to add a teaspoon of yeast. Let's get that ready over here. Alright. And then put that on and set this noodle here on top. And it's not quite reacting a whole lot yet, so I'm going to shake that up. And light this noodle. This noodle is not very flammable. There we go. There's some sort of breeze in the kitchen. But, okay. So it's not quite as strong of a reaction as what was happening in the video, and I think that's partly due to the size of my jar. Oh, got a little bit of something there. we go. Ooh. It's making some interesting noises, at least. I'm going to set off my fire alarms with my luck. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it to burn a whole lot more than that. But basically what was happening in this video is that in this jar here we've got a mixture of hydrogen peroxide and yeast. And the chemical formula for hydrogen peroxide is 2 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. And when the yeast reacts with this hydrogen peroxide, it causes it to separate one of its oxygen atoms. So it turns into H2O, or water, and oxygen gas. So the oxygen gas is what's released up in these bubbles that we can see here in this jar. And when I light this pasta noodle, this is just the fuel. So when I light that on fire, the oxygen is being pushed up through this hole in the jar, through this noodle. And oxygen, like one of its properties is that it tends to increase flames. Like if there is already a flame present, it'll like cause it to get bigger, kind of. So with the oxygen flowing through this, it pushes the fire, causing it to spread and look kind of rockety. So that is what was happening here, is the oxygen gas that's released from the hydrogen peroxide when the yeast interacts with it was just being pushed up through the noodle, causing the fire to grow.